It's been over a decade. Isn't that crazy? 11 years ago today. Well, not today. What day is it today? It's not the 26th anymore. I'm late. But 11 years ago today, this dress was posted onto Tumblr. And every time this pops up every year, we're going to argue about it again. Is it black and blue or is it white and gold? And objectively speaking, this was settled when the dress turned out to be black and blue. Um, so, yeah, but we're not here to talk about the dress, right? We're here to talk about this picture of the dress. I'll be honest, I have never, ever seen white and gold. I have always seen black and blue. I cannot comprehend seeing white and gold. And I felt vindicated when I found out that it was black and blue. But I do know people who see white and gold, and I want to, understand them. I'm always open to differing perspectives. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try and understand why people see white and gold and hopefully end this debate forever. Because I don't want to hear about it anymore. I do not want to see this dress when I'm in my 60s. We're done. We're done with this. So, the thing that helps me understand this is Sonic. Well, that's not Sonic. That is Tails. But I'm talking about Sonic, the franchise. So Tails is gold-ish, white and gold-ish. I don't know. He's not like shiny gold. More like yellowish, orangish kind of gold. But here, you can color pick the dress, and you can make Tails out of this dress. There is a key thing here, which is Tails is it looks like Tails is in the shade. In the shadow. Maybe in a kind of dark room, underneath a tree. Right? Tails is in shadow. And this is what happens. Like, the dress is, it's a little blue-ish, and that's what happens to white when it's kind of in this underexposed, darkish area. Like, if you look at this white dress in the shadow, it's a little bluish. This also has to do with the color temperature of the image, the white balance. It's much more on the cooler side here. But you get the point, right? White and gold looks like this when it's in shadow. Now, I kind of understand if you say you see white and gold here because of this very bright light here. I could see how someone might think that the dress is getting backlit, and so this is in shadow. I could see that possibility, right? You see this light back here, you see this, and it's blasting the dress, and so you think that this is, it's getting backlit, and this is in shadow. I personally don't see that because of this shadow here. You have this shadow here, which is being caused by this over here, and you see these highlights here, so clearly there is another light source coming in from this direction. And then you see this shadow over here, and then this shadow here, so there's also another light source coming from above that's causing this shadow, I assume, and that would explain these highlights here. So this dress is getting blasted by light in every single direction. And I have another Sonic picture here. Here's one. This is what Sonic would look like if he was getting blasted by light. And this is what Shadow would look like if he was getting blasted by light. And Shadow, as you can see, looks a little goldish, because that's what happens to color black when it's getting blasted by light. And same thing with Sonic. The blue turns into this lighter color blue, almost whitish to some. And so that is why I see black and blue. I see these colors. I see that it's getting affected by light. And so I see black and blue. So what I think is interesting is that what it boils down to, possibly, is whether or not you are taking these shadows into account. When your brain looks at this, is it looking at these shadows and seeing that this dress is in the light and not in the shadows? And your brain doesn't have to do anything. People's brains work differently. So it really just comes down to how our brains see light and shadows, and if it's taking the lighting conditions of the image into account. Like this guy here says that it clearly looks like white and gold. This guy here, blue check, so could be engagement bait. But, you know, it looks like it's, he says it looks like white and gold in the shadows. I don't see the dress in the shadows, because I see these shadows here. So I think it's in the light, but... yeah, I mean, I guess that's it, right? Does your brain look at, lighting? How much does your brain put in the processing power to process the lighting? I feel like my brain does it automatically, but maybe yours doesn't, and that's okay. But I guess that's it. If you disagree, argue in the comments. That's all I got. Bye.